Hello friends, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. This video is about Rahu transit into a very specific nakshatra known as Ardra Nakshatra. Ardra Nakshatra is defined by thunderstorms. Ardra Nakshatra is known to be one of a fierce nakshatra, one of the powerful nakshatra representing lightning. And you can understand by lightning and thunderstorm notations, this nakshatra is a very strong, and it is the nakshatra of transformation and technical expertise, technical involvement, and therefore innovation and information. This nakshatra is the core nakshatra of Gemini, giving the dual nature of Gemini a great emphasis and power, and this nakshatra drives the actual duality of the Gemini, and because this nakshatra is ruled by Rudra, and therefore this nakshatra has lot of fierce and strong properties, and this nakshatra has the tendency to give you something which you have never achieved before, or take something from you that you never expected. This nakshatra has a great deal of change involved. Understand, this is the midpoint of Gemini, and also Gemini can be understood as 8th from 8th house. Natural 8th house is Scorpio, and Gemini is 8th from Scorpio, so you can understand the power of this nakshatra. What happens when Rahu, who is said to be the nakshatra lord of Ardra in the Vimshotri Mahadasha system, what happens when Rahu moves into this nakshatra? Let us try to find that out. But before that, do not forget to hit like, subscribe and share, and hit the bell icon, because it is the subscription that will keep you and me connected, so that you can stay connected with me, my videos, and more of astrology. So do explore this channel, share the videos among friends and family, and spread the word of astrology. And do not forget to hit the bell icon, because that notifies you when I upload a video. Rahu is the planet which is known as the shadow planet, and Rahu defines materialism, Rahu defines deception. Rahu is also known as the north pole or the north node of the horoscope, because our horoscope has the bipolarity of the Rahu-Ketu axis, and Rahu is the northern pole of the axis which is known as the karmic axis. Rahu made its move into Gemini in the month of March, and now Rahu has traveled the Punarvasu Nakshatra and is going into Ardra Nakshatra on September 12th. It is going to stay there for a very long time, and this is because that Rahu transit in a particular zodiac is for 18 months. So you can understand Ardra, which holds around 13 degrees and 20 minutes in Gemini, will have a comprehensive amount of time, will have a definite amount of transit of Rahu involved in this nakshatra. Now Rahu is associated with this nakshatra in the Vimshotri Dasha system, and therefore all of you who have Rahu in Gemini, who has Rahu Mahadasha or Antardasha going on, Gemini ascendant, Gemini moon sign, anyone having Rahu Nakshatra as moon or ascendant nakshatra, anyone having prominent planet in Gemini, or anyone going under the Mercury Mahadasha will be most affected by this Rahu transit, and everybody else will also be affected. But whatever I've said, those people are going to get the maximum force of the Rahu's transit into the Ardra Nakshatra. Now definitely I have heard about the destructive property of Ardra. Yes, Ardra is a very Tikshana Nakshatra. It's a very sharp Nakshatra, but you must understand that there is no good or bad in astrology. It's always different shades of grey, and therefore no Nakshatra is good and bad. Ardra has a very strong changing property of giving you the things which you have always wanted by doing something which you have never done before. Why? Because Ardra is the nakshatra of transformation, and you will never achieve transformation if you remain in your comfort zone. So Rahu in the transit of Ardra is going to pull you out of the comfort zone and make you do something forcefully, willfully, and by by seeding the ideas inside your mind, because Rahu is in his exaltation zodiac of Gemini. Also, this nakshatra favors the natural characteristics of Rahu to cause destruction, to cause mayhem, to cause chaos. But because this nakshatra is ruled by Lord Rudra, and if you bow down to the Shiva's feet and if you be very humble and be ready to accept the change, however uncomfortable the change is, or maybe the change was something that you never wanted, but if you are willing to take that change, willing to accept that change, this transit of Rahu in Ardra Nakshatra can give you something which you can only dream of. So utilize this property of Ardra. Now you can understand that there is a surge of electricity, and from the powerhouse, from the hydroelectric power, from the solar power generators, megatons of electricity are being generated. You can't blame electricity or the powerhouse to generate electricity, because you must learn how to harness that power and use that power. So you need to control that power, you need to utilize that power. Rahu is the electromagnetic energy which has to be manipulated for your own benefit. If you let it run free, if you do not control it, if you run according to whatever Rahu will ask you to do so, without any moral ground, without any verification and feasibility check, then it will create a lot of problem. Or if you want to hold on to something and you don't want to change yourself for that, then this transit of Rahu is going to be very, very, very pushy. The force is going to be extreme. No, the world is not going to die. Yes, you will see a lot of ups and downs and changes going on, but this is only for the transformation. The transformation will happen for good if you accept it and you take it positively. Understand that when Rahu is going into Ardra Nakshatra, 6 days later Saturn is moving from retrograde to direct in the sign of Sagittarius, which is 7th from Rahu. So Saturn is taking care of the negativity of Rahu by just being opposite to it. But on the counterpart, you can also see that the axis of Gemini and Sagittarius is now super heavy, with Rahu in Ardra and Saturn opposing it. You have to handle the energy by being humble to it. How you will handle a nuclear energy? You will be very careful, very calculative and very delicate towards it. You will use a lot of scientific methods, lot of advanced physics to harness that power. Same is this kind of transaction of energy happening between Gemini and Sagittarius, and therefore propagating itself to the different houses of your horoscope. Now, what does the symbol of electricity mean? This means that electricity is a necessary function of the nature. So to make the soil fertile, to make the air breathable, and this is a natural phenomena, and no natural phenomena goes against nature, goes against creativity, goes against life. If you play with it, if you play with that fire, you can't blame the fire to burn you. You must know to wear the glove or don't touch the fire. So you must know when the Rahu transits into Ardra, what action you should take and what action you should not take. You must know and you must learn when to quit and when to restart, when to jump, when not to jump. So if you have been waiting for a change in your whole life, this is the time it will happen. Rahu in Ardra is coming after 18 years, but it has not happened in our lifetime that Rahu went into Ardra and Saturn was in Sagittarius at a time when soon Jupiter will join. So when Rahu will be in Ardra from November 5th, Jupiter will be in Mula Nakshatra. That is something very, very strong. I will make a separate video on Jupiter transit into the sign of Sagittarius, and one more video for November 5th till January 24th, the conjunction of Saturn, Rahu, Saturn, Ketu and Jupiter. So that will give you a fair idea on what force this transit has to offer, and definitely all of our life is going to change. This is going to change for positive. No, you're not going to die, nothing is going to happen, but what is going to happen is transformation. What is going to happen is you have to do something which you never wanted to do, but for your own good. Do it carefully, do it positively, take the change and accept the change, because change is the only constant. And if you do not take the change into consideration, then there will be problem, because this is resistance. The basic physics says that if an electric current is being transferred into a wire and the wire produces resistance, there is an energy loss which is liberated as heat. There is a basic formula for that. This is because the electrons collide and loses the kinetic energy, which is liberated as heat energy. And this is what is going to happen if you be a resistant force to the transforming agent Rahu right now. Rahu is trying to give you some new ideas. Listen to it. Yes, Rahu is mischievous. Rahu is deceptive. Rahu can be a very illusionary. Rahu can be very wrong to you. You may have this feeling to gamble. You may have this feeling to do something which is bad for you. You may have this feeling to smoke, to drink. Yes, you must avoid those feelings, but you must also understand that Rahu is doing his own duty. You can't blame Rahu to perform his karma. His karma is to bring change through whatever methods he has available to him. What you have to do is, you have to take only those methods which are beneficial to you and for the society. So the Rahu transit into the Ardra Nakshatra will pull you out of the comfort zone, will make you do something which you should do if you find it feasible. Sometimes leap of faith is good for you, but only if your chart allows. If you have Rahu Mahadasha or Rahu Antardasha, or if you have a planet in Ardra Nakshatra, specifically if you have Moon, Lagna or Rahu in Ardra Nakshatra, and specifically if you have Rahu in Ardra Nakshatra, you will be transformed inside out. You will be transformed like anything, and you will see the power the astrology possesses, because it is going to create a very turbulent time for you, and this turbulence is going to pull you out from whatever problems you have and put you into a very positive zone, or put you into deep trouble if you have done some bad karma. So if you have done a bad karma, rectify it, do the remedy for that, and try to do a good karma, so that at least the impact can be narrowed down, the impact can be balanced, because Saturn is watching. So this Rahu is guided by Saturn. It has a very structured guidance, because Saturn has the grip on Ketu. Because Saturn has the grip on Ketu, Rahu will not try, or at least will have very less attempt of creating some sort of nuisance. So that's why this transit is good. Because Rahu is not free, I will repeat, Rahu will always find Saturn with Ketu. When Saturn is with Ketu, this feed is constantly going to Rahu, and once Saturn goes, there is already Jupiter coming in. Both Saturn Ketu and Jupiter Ketu are spiritual combinations, and because this is a spiritual combination, you can definitely expect Rahu to give you some spiritual enlightenment. This also means that your interest in occult can increase. This also means that some sort of paranormal interest can come, interest into otherworldly things, interest into knowing something new, doing something new, or restarting what you have completed before is what is the property of Rahu in Ardra Nakshatra. And this nakshatra is going to bring you some grinding, some grilling, yet positive outcome for almost most of you. Only few of them who will have a very bad placement of their horoscope, or who is supposed to get the heat of the bad karma, those will face a very tremendously negative scenario. I'm not going to scare you, but yes, if you are feeling uncomfortable from the past 2 weeks, it's the time you have to get your horoscope analyzed and see if this transit of Rahu for the next 6 months is actually going to create some chaos in your life, or some benefits are going to be an outcome of this transit. And if the chaos is coming, whether the chaos is for good or the chaos is for bad. Because if you are in a deadlock, you must break the deadlock, and deadlocks are deadlocks because they cannot be broken easily. You need such kind of brute force of Rahu to just push and pave your way from the problem. In this video, I will not explain about the Rahu transit of Ardra for various zodiacs, like different zodiacs of from Aries to Pisces or different moon sign. There is a reason for that. I'm just giving a disclaimer here, because this transit is going to be kind of a surprise transit, because Rahu is an agent of deception. So even if I tell you in a very generic way, this transit specifically is not meant to be explained in a generic way. If you want to know, you must contact a learned astrologer and get to know from your own horoscope what is the play of Rahu there. Remember, Rahu is a karmic planet, and Rahu defines new karma and something that you must explore in this birth. So Rahu in Ardra says you have to explore an untouched potential of your soul, your untouched potential somewhere you never knew you have that power. Rahu will unlock that power. To unlock that power, you must know where the power is stored. And yes, There is one more way to understand that. You must realize where the force is coming. So the circumstances are making you do something forcefully and you are not able to come out of that. That means the force lies there. You must analyze, you must understand, you must harness that power. You should not be scared of this transit. This transit is not to be scared. This transit is to be strong, get united and fight the dark and seek the light. This is the transit where you can kill darkness using the darkness. So guys, that was a brief analysis of Rahu in Ardra Nakshatra. Do let me know how you feel. You can contact me at the number below which is mentioned in the description box, and you can follow me on Twitter, because it's not possible to upload a daily video with a very detailed explanation of different transits. So what I do, I put short tweets, regular tweets on my Twitter handle. So you can follow me on my Twitter handle for the Rahu transit. Also, I am going to have a webinar, a live webinar on September the 4th from 10 p.m. Indian Standard Time onwards on the Rahu in Ardra Nakshatra. There, me and Ved from the 9th house are going to explain the Rahu nature in the Ardra Nakshatra and what kind of transformation it will bring. And Ved may touch upon different few new aspects which we will discuss, and we will try to bring it for you. So we are going to bring lot more content on Rahu in Ardra, and whatever we can, whatever we know, whatever we have understood from our experience, we will try to give all to you so that you can utilize this time. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity, because next time when Rahu will go into Ardra, Saturn will not be in front of Rahu. So this is one time opportunity and you must utilize this opportunity for your own benefit. Your home has electricity. Bring some appliances and light your bulb. Thank you.